What's going on, y'all? It's your boy AB, and welcome to Game, Growth, and Guidance. Now, as y'all know, real quick, I just got to let y'all know how much I appreciate the support. I appreciate all the views, the likes, the comments. And like I said, I just hope that my message in any of my videos reach you and in some shape, form, or fashion help you in your life. But let's get into this video. Now, today's video is going to be more of a piggyback off of the last video, and it's just going to be pretty much somewhat of a deeper dive. It's going to be quick, it's going to be to the point, but I really want to give a breakdown on self-discipline. Now, real quick, the reason I chose this topic to actually dive deeper into and, just explain a little bit more is because it's something that I dealt with personally. Everything that I talk about is pretty much things that I've probably dealt with or things that I've learned, but discipline, furthermore, self-discipline is one of the things that I struggled with. I never could just get it together. I never could make myself commit to anything. I never could make myself just stick to what I said I was going to do. It wasn't with everything, but with a lot of things that could have actually helped me out in life or potentially, did different things for me or given me maybe different outcomes, maybe sometimes more positive outcomes. I just never stuck to it, and that's one of the things that as I got older, I learned on my own. You have to have discipline. I've heard it all the time, but me just being completely honest, nobody ever sat down and taught me that having self-discipline was one of the main ways to master your life. But I'm here to tell you and to teach you and to explain to you why and how self-discipline can help you master your life. Now, most people, they lose their battles in silence, and it's not necessarily because they can't, it's mostly because they won't stay disciplined. Self-discipline is the bridge between who you are now and who you want to be. That person that you aspire to be, the person that you aspire to see when you look in the mirror, the only thing that's, you know, causing a gap is you not having self-discipline. Like, self-discipline is what will close that gap. Self-discipline to a lot of people is like punishment. You can't do this, you can't do that. You got to get up every day and do this. You have to do this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You got to do this for an hour and a half every day. You got to take 30 minutes to decide to do this. A lot of people look at that like a punishment, but it's nowhere near a punishment. It's actually self-respect. It's you getting up every day and letting yourself know internally that no matter what it is that I want to do, I can do it, and I'm going to do it by being disciplined and being consistent. Self-discipline is about doing what's right even when your emotion starts to fade, because emotions play a big part in a lot of the stuff that we do. Like even with this YouTube, when I first started, I couldn't stop making videos. I couldn't stop recording videos. Even if I wasn't releasing them, I just couldn't stop recording videos, working on logos, working on thumbnails, because it was so much emotion behind the thrill of starting. And once the emotion died down, I had to take a honest step back and reflect and think, okay, now what? What's the next step? I was having fun, it was energetic, and I still enjoy it. I still have fun, but there comes a time where that motivation and the emotions of joy or happiness that it brings you or excitement that it brings you, it starts to die down, especially when other factors of your life start to come into play. And that's where self-discipline comes in. Self-discipline is what keeps you going even when you don't have the motivation to do it anymore, or it's not causing the happy or exciting emotions that it was causing when you first started. It's honestly, like I said, relating to the last video, it ties in a lot to self-leadership. You know, in order to lead yourself, in order to lead others, in order to be a true leader, you have to have self-discipline. You have to be able to do the things that you say you're going to do, even when you don't want to do them, and even when nobody is watching. You know, that voice in your head that we all know, that we all have, it begs for comfort. It's always telling you it's all right. You can just do it tomorrow. You know, one day won't hurt. Or let's say you're on a diet, you know, one cookie won't hurt, one soda won't hurt, you know, a slice of pizza won't kill you. You know, that voice in your head that's always searching for comfort. You got to learn how to overpower that voice. And self-discipline is honestly what can help you defeat that voice. Everybody faces that internal battle. No matter where you are in your journey or where you are as far as discipline goes, like how disciplined you are, everybody has that internal battle. Everybody has moments where they want to either give up, give in, or just indulge in all the things that they know they shouldn't. But self-discipline is what kills that voice. Self-discipline is the voice that speaks louder and tells you, no, you have to do it. No, you don't need that. No, you don't need to indulge in this or indulge in that. You know, self-discipline is what makes that voice weaker, that voice of comfort weaker, and the voice of, you know, working and progress and elevating becomes louder. The voice of progression becomes louder. You know, I fight that battle daily, honestly, now that I think about it, because on a daily basis, you know, I'm trying to work on like my diet and how many hours I get at work on a daily basis, even on a weekly basis, so I can pay my bills, so I can take care of the things I need to take care of in my life, take care of the people that I'm responsible for. And it can take a toll on you, but honestly, that's what it's all about. And that's what being a man is all about. And that is almost the purpose of this entire page. It's to motivate you to move in life in a way that will help you become the person that you know you can be and the person that you want to be. And self-discipline is the roadmap there. It is the key foundation to getting yourself exactly to where you want to be. So even when I deal with temptation, when I deal with that voice in my head that is constantly telling me it's okay, you don't have to do this, you don't have to worry about it today, you can take a break, you can relax. It's okay to give yourself a mental break. It's always okay to give yourself rest. It's always good to give yourself time to just, you know, reflect on how you've been doing and how you can improve. And it takes relaxing. It takes, you know, clearing your mind. But you can do that without making excuses that will stop you from taking the next step. You know, and on top of that, you got to learn how to celebrate the small wins that you have. So the mornings that you get up early and don't snooze your alarm at all, or the days where you catch yourself waking up like 5 minutes before your alarm even goes off, because I'm starting to notice that I do that. Keeping promises to yourself and other people, telling people the stuff that you're going to do and not over promising things, but actually over committing to the things that you under promised. You know, working out, showing up, just being there, being present, being in the moment. All of those things help you guide yourself to become more self-disciplined, because overall, once you continue to do these things, once you continue to work on these things, you will be able to put yourself in a position to where nothing can stop you from doing exactly what you want to do. And you'll have the blueprint to get up daily. And man, some quick ways that you can work on building that self-discipline. The first one is to actually keep your word to yourself daily. And I speak about this a lot. I just spoke about it in this video. I spoke about it in the last video, and I think in previous videos. But keep your word to yourself. When you say you're going to do something, do it. When you say you're going to get up and take care of this, or you tell someone, hey, I'm going to come do this for you, do it. Don't find a way to get out of it. Don't make an excuse for yourself. Just get up and do it. Remove easy outs. That's the second thing that you can do. Make it harder to quit. If you know you want to get in the gym and you want to work out, go pay for a personal trainer. Because once you pay for that trainer, if you don't go to the sessions, that's just a waste of money on your end. So when you do things like that, it makes it harder for you to quit. If you're trying to work on your diet, next time you go grocery shopping, don't get any junk food. Don't get any food that is not good for you. Get all healthy foods. Get nothing but water in your refrigerator. Water and protein shakes and maybe ready to drink smoothies. Start replacing chips and cookies with, peanut butter crackers, or even maybe just yogurt or something that's, a healthier option or a healthier replacement. But basically, the entire point is to make it harder to stop doing the things that are going to help you progress. Make it harder to quit, because when you make it harder to quit, it actually helps you in the long run, because if you ever do get the temptation to stop or to slow down, your mind will always revert to the days where you didn't want to do it, or the days where you felt like you couldn't do it and you did it anyway because you didn't have a choice. And the last thing I would say is to just reward consistency and not perfection. I also have another video on that about how perfection kills growth. It's the enemy of growth. Reward consistency. Make sure you're consistent. So basically, to line it up with what I've been saying and not to contradict myself, it's okay to take breaks. It's okay to relax. It's okay if you miss a day because of other things in your life. It's okay if you are not able to do it right now, but you have to do it a few hours later. Or it's okay if you have to miss Monday's workout, but you got to make up for a Wednesday. It's okay, because things happen and it's life. We're all human beings. We make mistakes. We're not perfect. And that's the point. As long as you're becoming better, as long as you're making yourself consistent, you can become better every single day of your life for the rest of your life, and you will still never end up perfect. But the main point is that you continue to become better. You continue to become more efficient. You continue to build yourself, and you continue to elevate and put yourself in a better position. But in closing, you don't need motivation. You need discipline. You need discipline because motivation will fade, but discipline builds freedom in the long run. Discipline creates the opportunities that you wish you had. Discipline opened the doors that you didn't even know were there. Discipline puts you in the rooms that you probably didn't even think that you belonged in at first. Discipline can do a lot for you. And the minute that you start to work on having self-discipline is the minute that your life will become better day by day. And that is when you will get closer and closer to the person that you're truly meant to be. But once again, I appreciate everyone watching. I appreciate everyone taking the time out to view my content. I hope that it helps you out in some shape, form, or fashion. I hope that it can help you elevate. I hope that it can help you progress. I hope that it can help you become a better person. And no matter what, I just hope that my message reaches whoever it needs to reach, whenever it needs to reach them. And I hope that it puts you in a stratosphere of life that is like no other. And I hope that everyone reaches their full potential. I hope that everyone stays on a straight and narrow, and just stay positive, stay optimistic, and stay consistent, stay disciplined. But until we meet again, it's your boy AB, and I'll see y'all. Peace out.